Start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pallavi Priya. I'm here to deliver a speech on the topic success comes to those who will and dare means to find success in any endeavor. The willpower and courage is of paramount importance. Without willpower and courage, no one can achieve anything in their life. For example, history is replete with many excellent examples, like when scientists invented aircraft, etc. They have the necessary willpower to go ahead and believe their dream even in the face of many failures. One must realize that failure is a stepping stone for success. This attitude will give the necessary willpower in the face of many failures. If courage is lost, everything is lost. Without courage, no one will have the willpower to face the criticism and find a solution to all the problems. Thank you.
Very good. So, just now you heard Pallavi. She was saying about success comes to those who will and dare. Dare in the field that you are able to accept shortcomings, failures, and you should not stop your effort. That is dare here. Is there anyone who wants to share? Or I should share my screen? Nobody is there. I know you people are not interested in speaking. Okay, it's your wish. So now I am starting screen sharing. Ready? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mute yourself. So yesterday we have done this dependent clause and independent clause. Now what to do today? We will see the different types of clauses. Let me replace it. Okay, now. Yes. This is independent clause and dependent clause we were dealing yesterday. And I think it is clear in your mind that what is dependent clause and what is independent. Clear? Hello? Yesterday also I told you that you should reply. Otherwise, I will not be able to understand whether you are getting my point or not. Today we will see adverbial clause and noun clause. Can you tell me what is the work of an adverb? Hello?
It describes the verb.
Yes. The words which describe in the sentence also, when it is working as an adverbial clause, there also it is doing the same work. That function as an adverb, in other words, it contains subject and predicate and it modifies a verb. Example, you can see here, when he won the money, he decided to buy a car. When he won the money, then he decided to buy a car. Now we will see noun clause. Dependent clause that function as noun. Example, we don't know who will be coming from the employment agency. Who will be means the person whom we are not knowing. So who will be coming from the employment agency is noun clause. Next, complex and compound sentence, how to differentiate. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. See, you might be knowing that. Can you tell me what is a complex sentence and what is a compound sentence? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, I will tell you. Compound means two. When there are two sentences joined by any sort of conjunction or connectors or linkers, that is called compound sentence. Suppose I say, Ram is a boy and he is intelligent too. Here, and is working as a connector to which is connecting these two sentences. So it is compound sentence. But if there are more than two sentences, that is called complex sentence. In Hindi also you might have read saral vakya or mishrit vakya. पढ़े हो कभी?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is
Yes, ma'am. संयुक्त वाक्य.
Jatil vakya, sanyukt vakya. Okay. Complex means its structure is not very easy. There are more than two subject and predicates, so more than two sentences also. If subject and predicates are more, you can use these conjunction to differentiate these fan words are CCs, coordinating conjunction, and can be used with a comma before each one to combine two sentences into one to create a compound sentence. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Next, simple, complex, and compound sentence we will see here. A simple sentence has one independent clause. Simple sentence, it is only one subject and one predicate, or you can say verb. I live in San Francisco. Subject I and live verb. Compound sentence, a compound sentence contains two independent clauses that are joined together. I have given you example of this compound earlier also. She works in the city, but she lives in the suburbs. Independent clause, she works in the city, and dependent clause is this is also independent clause, but she lives in the suburbs. Because but is just working as a connector, not more than that. Next is simple, complex, and compound sentence. Coordinating conjunction, logical relationship, and coordinating conjunction we will see. Addition. Suppose we had to add two sentences. Let me see, I did some opening error or what. And will be used. Contrasting, but, or, yet. If you are sharing some sort of contrasting ideas or contrasting sentences, then it will be used. Next, choice or nor. Suppose you had to ask whether you want tea or coffee. Cause, for. When we are using or when we are telling about something, cause, for something happened, then we will use for. Result, so. Next is complex sentences. Simple, compound, and complex sentences. This is important. A complex sentence contains at least one independent clause and one dependent clause, or more than that also. John cannot set up his typewriter, independent clause, because the wall has no outlet. Subordinating clause is because, and the wall has no outlet is dependent clause. I think while seeing the picture, it has also marked and arrow has been also given. You can able to understand it in better way. Next, common grammatical mistakes which we were doing in our grammar, use of grammar. I have 2 bedrooms apartment. What will be the correct sentence for this? I have a 2-bedroom apartment Second option is my apartment has 2 bedrooms. What will be the correct option?
Second one.
Option
I think first is also correct. I have a 2-bedroom apartment, because bedrooms will not be there. It will be, my apartment has 2 bedrooms. If we are writing like this, then we will use 2 bedrooms. S or yes. Non-countable nouns. Countable or uncountable nouns you are aware of. Advices, homeworks, information or evidence. Advice, homework, information, evidence. These are uncountable nouns. We used to eat rice. Can you tell me this sentence deals with which type of thing? We used to eat rice. What it is suggesting?
habit.
Habit. And when it is, if it is, we are talking about habit, which tense we should use? Which tense? If we are giving the sense in present, we will use we are used to eat rice. If it is giving the sense in past, we will use we used to eat rice. This is in the past. If you'll go, I'll go to. This mistake is very common, and while speaking, we all are doing. So for this, we will use only if you go, I will go to. TOO2 is there. I will give it to you when we will see each other. I'll give it to you when we see each other, not will. Now here we will see tenses, shifting of tense. Once writers commit to a tense, they stick with it unless there is a reason to shift. Writers shift tenses when they need to describe both a completed action and a habitual action or state of being. Suppose you might have read many stories in your books. All the stories are written in past tense. And but when the speaker is also, when you have to give a touch that the speaker is present there, then you will use the narration, and in that direct narration we have to use simple present also. And for this only I used to tell you in the class that if the question is asked in simple past, you have to give answer in simple past. If it is asked in simple present, then you have to give answer in simple present. Juan played the guitar for his girlfriend who likes it. First is past tense, means the action is completed here. Present tense, habitual action, who likes it, means his girlfriend likes guitar which Juan played. Juan loves his guitar which was stolen yesterday. First one is simple present, that is habitual action. It's habit of Juan to love his guitar. And second one, was has been used, that means it is past. Next, usage of present tense. Where we will use present? Anybody can tell me? Hello?
Is there any work going on?
No, only for the work going on. If the work going on for this tense, which tense will be used? Present will be used, but in present also, which type of present will be used?
Present continuous.
Continuous.
Yes, but I am talking about simple present. Where we will use simple present? To make statements of fact or to make generalization that are true now and will continue to be true unless something happens to change the situation. You can tell it or call it
Habitual actions.
and universal truth.
Yes, ma'am.
The things which is not changed now and it is not going to be changed in near future. If we are discussing about those things, then it will be wait some wait. Juan plays the guitar for his girlfriend every night. Because Juan does not practice, he plays poorly. Means it is not in his habit. Juan always fails to impress his girlfriend. This is also has become his habit. Whenever he fails, Juan always decides to practice. These all are in simple present. Writers use past tense to describe events that are completed in the past and to state facts that are tied to the past. Means the events which had already happened in the past and which was happening in the past. For that we will use past tense. Juan played the guitar for his girlfriend last night. Last night has already over. So we will use here played. And some words are also there which you have to keep in mind that for if you are using these words in your sentences, you have to take care of the tense also, because now cannot take past form. Can you write a sentence? Can you tell me a sentence using now as a word? Tell me. Only I am speaking and you have become passive listener.
Ma'am, please repeat.
Can you tell me a sentence using the word now? In the first sentence, last night has been used, no? In the same way, you had to use the word now.
Now I am going to deliver a speech.
Very good. Now I am going to deliver a speech. Here you have used now and so you have used continuous tense. So with these words like now, today, and which giving the sense of present time, we will use only present tense. But few words are also there by which if they are giving this last night, previous night, for these words we will use always past tense. Because Juan did not practice, he played poorly. Here also past tense. Juan failed to impress his girlfriend. Past. Juan decided to practice. Again past. Use present tense to make statements of fact or to make generalization. We have done it, no? No. This is the sum up of the tense that are true now and will continue to be true unless something happens to change the situation. Use past tense to describe events that are completed in the past and to state facts that are tied to the past. Use tense shifting to describe both a completed action and a habitual action or a state of being. Otherwise, choose one tense and stick to it. This is the trick when you are taking something to write. Huh? Yes, Pallavi, you want to ask?
Ma'am, third review, please once again repeat.
Third one, use tense shifting to describe both a completed action. Means sometimes we are using both the tenses when we are writing. So we have to think whether the things or the action was completed in the past or it is a habitual action. Only that time we will shift the tense. Means present to past or past to present or future. If we are moving like this, we have to think the situation first. Otherwise, choose one sentence and stick to it. Otherwise, we have to follow only one sentence. As I used to tell you in the class, when you are writing diary entry and it is already your past experience which you are going to share in your diary, write in your diary. So there you will use only past tense. We are, suppose you are studying history. History is in past tense because the action had already been completed. But suppose you have to talk about yourself. I like to play this, my hobby is this. So there we will use present tense. There you cannot use past tense. This is the game of tense that we will play afterwards. present indefinite, present perfect continuous, past perfect, simple past, future perfect, present perfect, present continuous, future continuous, and simple future. So now I am stopping my screen sharing, and then we will do some exercises also. Wait. So I think it is clear in your mind. I got something from someone of you. I also want to share a short story. Who? I am unable to see your name here. Who wants to share a short story? Tell me your name. Sakshi?
Yes, ma'am. Sakshi. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. If you have prepared, you can speak. All of you just pay attention to her. She is going to tell you a story with a good moral also, I think. Okay, Sakshi, continue.
Once upon a time, two frogs were roaming in the forest. Suddenly, both of them fell down in a deep pit filled with the muddy water. They were shouting for the help. All other frogs gathered them and started demotivating them. They said that it was impossible to escape from a deep pit. One of the frogs was deaf, while another was normal. The normal one didn't try and accepted that he can't, and so died. But the deaf one thought that the others were cheering for him. So tried and finally came out. In our life, we are also gathered with the negative peoples that always try to demotivate us in every situation. If you listen to them, you will be unable to do anything. But when you don't listen to them, you will get your success. So let them speaking, do your own work. That's all.
Can anybody tell me what will be the lesson from you take from this story? Just now you heard a story, and then I think her voice was also very clear. Heard or not? Hello?
Keep trying.
Yes.
Don't distract by negative thinking.
Yes. Keep trying. People will say whatever they want to say. But if you have clear view of your goal, you should not stop and think about those. See, the person only achieves success in his or her life who take lessons from his failure, not from the words of other people. Very good, Sakshi and Pallavi. Now, write few sentences and change into indirect. Or you want to do the lesson of tense. You want to practice tense or narration? Tell me.
Ma'am, tense.
Tense. Okay. I will give you some tenses only, some exercises with tense. Right? I have only 10 minutes time now. Write first sentence. Ready? Annie and her brothers. Annie and her brothers is or are. In bracket you will write is are.
Ma'am, repeat.
Annie, A-double-N-I-E, Annie and her brothers in bracket you will write is or are. Is or are at school. at school. Next. Either my mother or my father. In next class, we will do the whole exercise based on tenses. Either my mother or my father is are, in bracket, coming to the meeting. Coming to the meeting. Written? Next. The jury dash, jury, J-U-R-Y. The jury dash, in bracket you will write was, were. Was, were, divided in their opinions. Divided in their opinions. No news. Next one is no news dash is our good news. No news dash is our good news. Now tell me the answer of these questions which you have written. I think you have written. You all have written, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Then tell me the answer without wasting time.
Annie and her brothers are at a school. Either my mother or my father is coming to the meeting.
Very good. Next.
The jury was divided in their opinions.
Here you are wrong, Sahil. First you read the sentence properly. And while teaching subject verb agreement, I told you that jury might be one person or it is a group of members. That is also called jury. Here you can see that there is used. Can you think for one person we will use the pronoun there? No.
No, ma'am.
If there, if we are talking about one person, we can use the pronoun his or her. So what will be here?
Were.
Were. Because there are many members who found a jury, a group of members for some sort of thing or some decision which they had to give. So the jury were divided in their opinions. Yes, next. Is there anything? One more question is there? Hello?
Ma'am, are.
No. What is the question? Read it.
No news are good news.
No, beta, it's wrong. No news is, wait. No news is good news. News is always, a news takes only, when we are doing that subject verb agreement, I gave you examples of physics, statistics, mathematics. In the same way, news is also not countable noun. And we are using, we are taking singular or plural for countable nouns only. So news will take is. Okay. Is there anything? is there. So